So as you can see here, I have my spreadsheet. It's got a number of the projects that I'm interested in. You're probably familiar with Veve, HRO, Cryptoys, Mcfarlane, Batcowls, and Recur, as we know, has deceased. So I've tried to break it down into different categories. I will share this spreadsheet, as I mentioned, down below. There'll be a link. The categories are types of collectibles, the content pipeline, economy, utility, Web3, collectibles, display, and marketing. I'll go through each of them. And it was last updated. When I update this, I will update this date so you can see that. But I'll go through this quickly. Obviously, you guys can read it. You don't need me to read it to you. But and I mean, I might have some of this wrong. So if I do, please let me know in the comments below and I can change it. And if you want me to add more criteria, I can do that too. But for me, it just allows me to see kind of everything right next to each other. I can compare and contrast easily, you know, knowing that this one doesn't have a 101. Maybe that makes a difference to me. It really doesn't, but maybe it does for somebody. Sound, animation, some of these other elements. The content pipeline, I think, is interesting. We know that some of them, like Veve, can almost daily. They come out with, 3 or 4 a week sometimes. And other ones are quarterly. Obviously, this is a guess. They may come out, sooner or later. And things are always, changing all the time. Number of users, I just did a high, medium, low. I could be wrong, but this is what it feels like to me. I don't have exact numbers, of course. And a marketplace cash out. This is such a big one, mainly because a lot of them did not have cash out initially, but we've seen Veve get it. We've seen HRO get it. Mcfarlane can do it. Batcowls can do it. Cryptoys, I think, is still working on their marketplace and cash out. And so auction house, other things. Can you submit an offer? Localization, which is important because if they want to go global, have their particular website or app in different languages, I think that's a big one. We know that. Then utility. So, for example, here with Veve, they do have the MCP points, but you can't really use them yet. So I didn't give them a yes, whereas Mcfarlane, they have their XP program, depending on how much XP you've been able to benefit from that already. So that's a bonus. Do they do airdrops? Obviously, this is, do they do airdrops for anything? Do you have to have special sets to get airdrops? They get a yes if they've done any of that. Burning, crafting, do they do physicals in real life? Do they have a leaderboard? And do they have games with their collectibles? I think this is rumored here, maybe rumored everywhere, but specifically, I think this could be a big one. And if there's other pieces of criteria, like I said, we should add, then let's do it. Let's add it. Interoperability is obviously a big one. I tried to break it up. I'm sorry if I use these terms incorrectly or if I don't have it exactly right. Let me know in the comments below. I can change it. But, can you sell outside of the original system? For example, Veve, you cannot. Whereas, Mcfarlane, which I am relatively familiar with, you can take your stuff elsewhere and sell it. Same with, can you take the asset and use it somewhere else? This is one of the big things that is coming soon for Mcfarlane that they did advertise in one of their trailers. We don't know if that's going to be a thing for these other projects. Self-custody is a big one we talk about. Has their own token. We know that the OMI token is a part of Veve. And kind of ease of use, easy, hard. I don't know. Once again, these are kind of, you could probably argue some of these, but clearly it's easier on Veve than it would be for Mcfarlane right now. Doesn't mean that it can't, things can't change and probably will change. Okay, collectibles display, maybe that's a bad term, but basically, how are you going to play or display your collectibles? Are they only, you only see them on a computer? Can you get them on a phone? Can you use AR? Do you have your own 3D vault to, have fun and make new animations with? Is it compatible with spatial? Obviously, there's other metaverses, but that's the one I chose to pick here. We know that, there is beta testing for the Veveverse right now. That's one of the big things Veve's talked about, but we don't know when that's going to be. I'm excited as much as anybody to see that, but that's soon. That's kind of perhaps one of the advantages that Veve has, but, maybe Cryptoys has, more significant AR. I've seen some images and some stuff where they're actually taking the collectibles and walking them around. I don't know if they're using a phone or something like that. So maybe that's coming soon, and that's going to be fun too. Marketing. So this is important because you want to know how that particular project is going to grow. And so I just tried to break this down. Once again, you could debate this and that, and so I put, for ongoing paid advertisements, has Veve never done any paid? I don't know, right? I don't think they have. Maybe that, if I'm wrong, please let me know. Whereas, for example, on HRO, I've seen different ads like in Instagram and other things in my Instagram. So that's why I gave them a yes. So we'll just, and once again, I don't know. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I tried to put down, are they doing special in real life events? That's significant. Do they have a Discord, et cetera? And so I think once we see more traction with a lot of these projects, I'll be able to fill this out more, maybe in more detail. And I think this is really important as we watch the space grow. How are they attracting new users? I talk about that a lot. Other people talk about that. So it's interesting. So I'll have this spreadsheet below. Let me know if it's useful, and take a look.